Hey guys, welcome back to another amazing week of ACES. It's Miss Liz back with you guys again for another cool science experiment. I want to tell you guys I'm super excited for this particular experiment. It's something that I've been wanting to do with you guys and planning for, and this week we finally get to do it. Before we get started with the experiment, I want to let you guys know that I want you to ask your mom and dad for permission to do this and also have them help you, because we are going to be handling some hot water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the supplies that you will need at home, supplies I've provided, and then I will go over the science behind our project, and then we'll get right into the experiment, okay? So the things that you guys will need from home is a heat-resistant cup or bowl that can help house your crystal as you grow it. You will need a spoon to mix your solution whenever we pour the solution into the cup, and an oven mitt, okay? Even though mom and dad is going to be helping you with the hot water, I still want you guys to use this, okay? For safety precautions. What will be in your bag, so what I will be providing for you guys in your bag are food coloring for your crystal to make it colorful and pretty. You guys will be getting two popsicle sticks. Mine are taped together because the rim of my heat-resistant cup is a little bit wide, so I taped two of them together and put my string on it already, and I'll show you guys how I did that in a minute. So there you go. So 2 popsicle sticks and a string plus the food coloring so far. I will be providing an assortment of colorful pipe cleaners, 3 at the most. Now, it's up to you guys if you guys want to use all 3 of them at once to build one big forming shape for your crystal to grow on, or you guys can do 3 different ones. It's all up to you. And you guys should receive a baggie of borax. Now, the measurement of this borax is 1 cup of borax, and that is important, so please keep that in your mind. 1 cup of borax. And quick note on this, I want you guys to be careful. Please don't play with this. It is laundry detergent, so keep that in mind, please. Be very cautious with it and be careful with it, okay? So no playing around with it and be careful with it. Okay, and that's what you guys will be receiving in your bag. Now, these things will be with other things in a brown bag. Okay, so there's gonna be other supplies in there. I just need you guys to pull out this stuff from the back, okay? So I will be packing the supplies for 2 weeks in 1 bag. Just pull out the ones that I pulled out and showed you guys today. Awesome. So let's get behind the science. Let's see what happens when we do this experiment and why it happens. So I wrote it down on a handy dandy notebook. Crystals will form when a super saturated liquid that contains a dissolved mineral cools. So basically, crystals are going to form on anything that you put into a hot liquid if it's super saturated and it's a mineral inside of it. So our mineral today is going to be this borax, okay? And it's going to form on these really cool pipe cleaners hanging from a string, okay? So our dissolved mineral is going to be going into boiling water, and whenever we dissolve it, it's going to start cooling, okay? And when it cools, the crystals will start to form along the cup and onto your pipe cleaners. So that's what's going to be happening. So a super saturated solution, our super saturated solution today will be the hot water that mom and dad are going to help you with, and the borax, which is this baggie, which is it's just a soft crystal. So this borax, quick fun fact, is made from and originated from a desert near Bakersfield called boron. And they found this mineral, and it's a soft mineral crystal, and they've named it borax. And as this solution of borax in hot water cools, the water molecules come closer together, again, causing the forming borax crystals to cling to the pipe cleaners. So once we've put this mineral into hot boiling water, it's going to dissolve all the molecules, and then when it starts cooling, they're going to come back together again, but closer. And when they do that, they're going to be forming on these pipe cleaners. And the ending result will be this really cool crystal that looks something like this. So Miss Liz got super excited and wanted to do it a little ahead of time to show you guys an example of what your crystal should look like. So I did mine. I started this pink one, last Wednesday, and I took it out on Saturday. So this is 3 days worth of growth, okay, from your saturated solution. I'm willing to measure that it can grow bigger, but I got a little bit impatient and I wanted to see what was going on. So this next round, I'm gonna encourage you guys to not go 3 days, but go a whole week. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So on Tuesday of next week, when you guys get this project, form it out, okay? On Wednesday, start making this crystal on Wednesday, whenever you guys get the project supplies, pull it out on Tuesday, and that way it will be even bigger than this one, okay? So I did it the same way you guys are gonna be doing it, and this is how mine turned out. I'm super excited, and it's super big and amazing. I'm excited for you guys to make your own today, okay? So let's get into it, okay? So the first thing I want you guys to do is tie your string to your popsicle sticks. And really all you need to do is just tie it into a simple knot on the popsicle stick so that your string is hanging like this. Now, if the rim of your plastic cup, your heat-resistant plastic cup or heat-resistant cup in general or bowl is a little bit wide, if the rim is a little bit wide, then tie or tape the two popsicle sticks together, okay? Or you can glue it. So that it will look like something like this, okay? So you can see the string hanging from the bottom and the two popsicle sticks on top, okay? The next thing you're gonna do is grab your pipe cleaners and you are gonna make any type of formation that you want. You can do a heart shape, you can do a circle, you can do a triangle, you can make it look like a torpedo. Any kind of crystal that you want to grow, you're going to form it by doing this. Now with this one, I made my pipe cleaners into a big ring circle, so you can see all the swirls of colors in there, okay? For this one, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to take my pipe cleaners. So this is when you guys will get your pipe cleaners, and you guys are going to, any way you want to, you guys can do a circle, but I'm going to twist mine into like a ring so that I can make like kind of a torpedo thing, but I'm going to twist the colors together. I know some people say that it doesn't really matter about the colors or which way they go, but I feel like it does, because on my crystal that I grew, for an example, I could still see the pipe cleaners and the colors of these throughout the material and the crystals. So I'm still gonna, I still think it matters. So you're gonna go ahead and form your shape that you want your crystal to make with the pipe cleaners right now. Okay, I got my all kind of like twisted in together. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try and form kind of like a torpedo stylish thing. I'm like putting a hole at the top right there, and then I'm going to just roll these. Now I want mine to be pretty a bit long of a torpedo. I want it to become up big. So here's what I'm gonna do. Like that. So it's gonna look something like mine is gonna look something like that. I'm gonna kind of loop this thing in there, so that they don't come apart. And then I'll start pulling the little twists apart to get some really cool, I don't know, patterns. We'll see what happens. So mine is gonna look something like that, okay? Okie-dokie. Okay, so that's how I want my crystal to be to form as. Now you guys can do hearts, you guys can do spirals. I've seen people do smiley faces. I've seen people do like their name, like the E, a letter E for Elizabeth or Miss Liz. You guys can do any sort of thing that you guys want with yours, okay? So the next thing you're gonna wanna do after you form the shape for your crystal is grab this string, the bottom of the string, and you're gonna loop it through any part of your pipe cleaner formation. So So I'm just gonna pull this little bit apart so I can loop my string through. And you're gonna tie the string onto the pipe cleaner. Like so. Boom. So it's gonna look like this. And so that when you put it into your cup, it will hang, okay? Now mine is a little bit long, so I'm just gonna twist my string and roll it until it's about the height that I want it at. So, and one thing is, you guys do not want your guys' crystal thing to be touching the bottom, so it gets, because if it does, it will get stuck once it's done cooling and you try to pull it out. That's what happened with this one, and you can see there's like a flat part, and I want mine to look more natural this time. So the top looks natural, but the bottom you can tell was like stuck to the side. So I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen with me this time. So just make sure you have it centered and up off the cup, okay? So that's when hanging. Now once you guys have it hanging like this, you're gonna keep it right there on the table like that. And the next thing I want you guys to do is, when I did this, I thought it was a good idea to put the coloring in before you pour in the water. Now right now as we speak, Miss Liz has her water on boiling. It only will take a couple minutes for your water to begin boiling, okay? So have mom and dad help you with the boiling water, okay? Have mom and dad help you put it on the stove and turn it on, okay? Now, once your water starts boiling, let it boil for a couple minutes to get the heat up, okay? And once it starts boiling, that's when you guys can bring it to your work area and pour it into your cup, okay? Now, when you pour the water into your cup, you're gonna wanna pour this in afterwards and stir it, okay? So what I did simply was I took my little thing out and then poured the water into my cup, poured the borax in, and then I mixed it. And then once I was done mixing it, I took the spoon out and put my pipe cleaner in, okay? As soon as you put your pipe cleaner in, I want you guys to set it in a safe place where it won't get knocked down, number one. And number two, where it can stay in shade, okay? I believe light affects the crystal some way, the crystal growth. So you want to make sure you keep it into a shady spot so that it doesn't affect the growth too much, okay? So go ahead and do that right now. So right now, I'm gonna go check on my water, my boiling water, and once it starts boiling, I'll come back and we'll finish the rest of this experiment, okay? See you guys in a minute. Okay guys, as you can see, I have my boiling water here. It's hot. I can't stress it enough, guys. Please, please, please have mom and dad help you move the boiling water back to the work area and have them help you pour it in, okay? I do not want any accidents or injuries during this experiment to happen, okay? So once you guys have your boiling water, I'm gonna ask you guys to pour it into your cup. I'm gonna stand up to do this. Have mom and dad pour the water into the cup. Okay? And then what you guys are gonna do now is you're gonna pour your borax in there. So go ahead and have mom and dad help you pour the borax in. Okay, once you guys have all the borax poured in, you're gonna get your spoon and you are going to mix it. You can see my borax is at the bottom. Just gonna mix it all until it dissolves, okay? Now don't worry about rushing. This water is hot, so you guys have plenty of time. But also don't take your time too long or else it will mess up the experiment. So don't rush. Take your time doing this part because you want to make sure that everything is dissolved completely. Okay, so my borax looks like it is dissolved, and now I'm going to place my pipe cleaner formation of my crystal into my water. And what I do, I'm going to make sure that it is not going to hit anything once the water settles. So now that you guys have your pipe cleaner formation in there, you are good to go. Have mom and dad help you move your guys' cup or bowl to a place where it cannot be reached to be knocked down and that it will be in shade, okay? And I'll come back to see you guys in a minute, okay? Okay guys, we are all cleaned up. I have my, we should have right now, have your cup or bowl stored in a place where it's not gonna get knocked down and it gets a lot of shade and not a lot of light, okay? So I have that stored away in a place that's safe, okay? And now, we want to clean up our area, okay? So throw away the baggie that had all the borax in it, throw that away, put the spoon in the sink and the pan in the sink, and also guys, I cannot stress it enough, I'm gonna say it a lot during this video, please have mom and dad help you with this, okay? Have mom and dad put the pan back in the sink if it's still warm and hot, okay? So please, please, please have them help you with this project. Just with that part, you guys can do the rest. And now after you guys are done with your YouTube project, science experiment with the borax crystals, you guys can move on to your DIY, which this week is going to be the tie-dye journals that I sent home with you guys in little brown bags. It's gonna say week 7? Yeah, week 7 DIY. And you're just open it up and you're gonna find all the supplies and an instruction manual in there for you guys to follow as well, okay? So I'm super excited to see how your guys' tie-dye journal comes out and your borax crystal experiment comes out in a couple days, okay? I did provide the tie-dye project. It's a little bit of a bigger DIY, only because I felt like the borax crystals take longer, so I didn't want you guys to be like, okay, well now what do I do, you know? So have that in mind, that the tie-dye is there to help substitute time for you guys to do something else while you wait for your borax crystals to form over the next week, okay? I'm super excited about this project and to see the ending I will show you guys my ending crystal next week whenever we do our next cool fun project. And yeah, I'm excited to see your guys' crystals and your tie-dye journals, okay? Don't forget to tell me or show me those pictures, okay? Shout out to Bandy. Shout out to Bandy for showing me those awesome pictures of your bug house. I really love seeing those. It's super cool. So keep on showing the pictures, guys. I really love seeing them. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week for another amazing project. Bye.